Hello, welcome to the marathon and welcome to just a really weird time. I wanted to film this video. I'm not going to edit it. I just want to get it up as quick as possible because I want to help you. I've been going live in the Marathoner Facebook group. There's a link down below. Just periodically, I was on last night and then this morning while I had my coffee, we talked for, I don't know, well over a half hour. I'm gonna go on again tonight and tomorrow. Many of us are self-isolated and, you know, doing it not necessarily to help ourselves, but also to help everyone in our communities who are vulnerable. You know, experts are saying not to go out if you don't have to and to avoid large crowds and all that kind of stuff. So I'm doing that, you're doing that, but we can still connect. And I want to connect with you. So we were up super early this morning and I brainstormed a list of things that you can do while you are isolated or quarantined or whatever term you want to say, while you're stuck at home, basically. Whether you are starting to feel some symptoms or like us, we are completely healthy, but I don't want to get sick. I don't want Thomas to get sick, and I also don't want to be a carrier who then gets someone much more compromised sick. So I have this list. It's all just really simple stuff, but I think it's important to find some joy, find some productivity, find some love and laughter and fun. Basically, these are all things that I suggest you do, and I want you to comment down below and tell me what you do or tag me on photos on your Instagram and your Facebook. Speaking of social media, these are all things that I want you to do so that you stay off that track of mindlessly scrolling and getting yourself upset and anxious, because that's not what we want. That's not going to help. You're already taking the precautions you need. You have food, you have water, you have a safe place to be, and that's all we can really do right now, and that's what is most important. But it's also important to take care of your mental health and allow yourself the grace to not feed into the constant barrage of information on social media. I got asked this morning in the Marathoner Facebook Live, so I'm just gonna say it again. There is the balance between being informed and getting really upset about stuff. So what I recommend is, and I always say this to anyone, no matter if it's a weird time in our world like it is right now or just in general, pick one or two news sources that are valid and reputable and check them like once or twice a day, and that is it. Like, we used to just watch the 6 o'clock news. We didn't have this like constant update. You don't need to know everything that's happening. You are informed, you are acting, but we're not reacting. Okay, so in order to fill your time, why not make it productive or joyful or fun? So here are some of the things that I am gonna try, and I thought, you know, if you're just like blanking and you're feeling like you're home, or now you've been home for weeks when you're watching this video and you're like, I have no idea what to do with my time, here we go. I am planning to do some purging and some cleaning today. Totally thought I had avocado toast on my sleeve. So like last night I went through my kitchen and like took everything off my fridge, which I've been wanting to do, took everything off my shelves and just put back a few things, and then most of that stuff's now gonna go in the storage room. I got rid of some stuff. I'm gonna go through Thomas's toys. I'm sure I'll have like a car full of stuff to donate, because, you know, it's just like, I feel like I have this time at home. I don't feel like I have to be doing other stuff, so why not do something that makes me feel good? And this is something that makes me feel so good. Last weekend, I did my closet, I did Thomas's closet. I may even go wild and tackle the storage room. I have an entire bookshelf, like at least 6 foot tall in my basement. Everything on it, I probably have not touched since my almost 9-year-old was born. Maybe this is the weekend that I finally deal with that, you know, just like stuff around the house that you've been putting off. Why not tackle it? And then when you are able to leave the house, you know, you'll feel good and you'll feel like you've got something done. I was watching a great video from Gabby Bernstein, and she was saying this is a great time to enrich and enhance your spiritual practice. So whether it's meditating or journaling or, you know, working on a course. Like for me, I bought a course that Jen Sincero put out in 2017, and I have not even cracked it open. So this morning I watched the very first video, and I'm gonna do that, and that feels really good to me. So, you know, working on meditating and working on being mindful of how you are thinking and being mindful of how you're spending your time, all that kind of stuff. Whatever spiritual means to you, that's what it means to me. And to go along with that, I am being very cautious and purposeful of what I am consuming, like audiobook and podcasts. The other day I started feeling, I've been having a really rough few emotional weeks. You'll know this if you watched my last video. And I woke up and was like, right, I am gonna listen to a bunch of Oprah's Super Soul Conversations. So I listened to, I think, 4. There was Kate Hudson and Jennifer Lopez and Gayle King and Tracy Ellis Ross. And it was so uplifting. And it just felt like my cup was filling as opposed to being depleted. I finished my book, my audiobook, and I decided I'm gonna re-listen to Mel Robbins' The 5-Second Rule, which I haven't listened to in a few years. So being like very purposeful about what I'm listening to and what I'm choosing to focus on. Still being mindful of what's happening in the world, like not just turning a blind eye, but you know, you don't have to be mindful of it all the time. What did I do? Oh, this morning, I unfollowed 300 Twitter accounts. And while I was doing that, I wasn't thinking about the virus. I wasn't thinking about quarantine or health. I was just thinking about this feels so good. So maybe that's another type of purging. Go through your socials and see who you're following, or follow accounts that make you feel good. We also had a big conversation in the Marathoner Facebook group last night about shows, so we were sharing things to binge watch. I personally am watching Will and Grace on Amazon Prime right now and loving it. Highly recommend Schitt's Creek on Netflix, also on Amazon Prime. There is the entire series of The Nanny. I've seen lots of people saying they're watching The Office. Like, choose to watch things that are like comfort food, that fill you up. So they're funny or they're just easy, you know, not like stuff where death and destruction is happening. Focus on watching something happy or something that reminds you of like your childhood and just feels really cozy. Same with reading, same thing. I think it's also really important to allow yourself to rest. Use me as an example. I have been very sick in the last few months, and I truly believe it's because I haven't rested, truly rested, in years. So take this time guilt-free to rest. Binge watch a show, lay on the couch, nap every day. Like, allow yourself the grace to guilt-free chill. You don't have to fill every second of every day with something. It's okay to give your kids some downtime too. They need it. And that can be finding joy as well, or like playing some games or some board games or some cards. If you are truly isolated like I am, I don't have any adults around me, I recommend one thing that I love to do is Words with Friends, which is an app. It's kind of like Scrabble. And you play it with someone else and you go back and forth. It just feels like some kind of connection, even if you're separated by hours. Speaking of which, I have said this and I'll say it again, we're all doing social distancing, but make sure that you are still socializing as much as you can. Come on into the Marathoner Facebook group, FaceTime your friends, go on Skype, make a phone call, text, whatever you have to do to still feel like you're having some human connection. This is something that I really struggle with every weekend that I'm alone. You know, it's just me and Thomas, and now, you know, I can't even have a ton of like play dates and socialization. So I think that's one reason why I am also going live in the Marathoner Facebook group, because it helps me feel less alone. Like being a single mom and being it like lonely is heavy. So that's something else to think about. Just checking my little list. And remember that you can still get outside, you know, that's really healthy. Go for a walk, open the windows, get some fresh air in your house. Where I live, it's still cold, but there's a little bit of blue sky today. So I'll be taking Thomas out. We'll be bundling up, even if it's only for 20 minutes, just to get some fresh air. I'm gonna open the window in my bedroom and his bedroom. I did this yesterday, just to have that like flow of feeling. So that is something that's helpful, you know, get some good essential oils going, whatever it is, like clean, whatever's gonna make you feel good. It makes me think of Yoga with Adrienne. She always says, find what feels good. Throw on one of her videos. I'll link her channel down below. Listen to a meditation, listen to something that's positive. Just know that this is a really messed up, disappointing, horrible time in our world. So many things are being canceled. So many people are getting very sick, and this is something to take very seriously. And educate yourself if you don't understand why you need to be taking this seriously. But there is also a balance between taking it seriously and being cautious and keeping you and your family healthy, but not tipping over to the side of hysteria. So I hope that that's helpful. Let me know what else you're planning to do while you are self-quarantined, while you are self-isolated, whatever you want to call it, while you're at home. We don't know how long that this is going to last for, but I do know that I'll still keep putting up videos. I will still keep going live in the Marathoner Facebook group because I need it just as much as you need it. We will get through this. Right now, what is Thomas doing? He is watching Mickey in the bathtub. There's no water. He's fully dressed. And I was like, if that's what's making you happy, dude, you do you. Thanks for watching. Keep in touch. And remember, life's not a sprint. It is a marathon. And this is just one little part of our marathon. You can do anything for 10 minutes. And then you can do the next 10 minutes. And then the next. And we will get through this. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.